Hello, and welcome everybody to another fun-filled night of World of Warships Legends. We are playing Domination on Warrior's Path this evening, and we are in the Okhotnik. I can't pronounce. I feel like this Soviet ship is easier to pronounce if you say it backwards. The Kintoko. But yes, my apologies. I am always terrible at pronouncing ship names. So yeah, especially, just all of them. I even struggle with the American ones, like whatever. But we are in division. We have an ally shooting torpedoes at us, so we took a very terrible shot at him. But the cool thing with this ship, you get 4 launchers of 3, so you can shoot 12 torpedoes. That's an insane amount of torpedoes for a tier 4 destroyer. The only downside being the range is just god-awful, right? So this one, I think even with commander perks and all that other fudgeness, we've got it up to like 4.7 kilometer range on the torpedoes. And then detectability is really bad on the Soviet, most of the Soviet destroyers as well. So even with outfitting the commander for that, I think we're still at like 5.7 detectability range with this ship at a tier 4 is kind of sad. So there's a whole kilometer difference between I get spotted for a whole kilometer before my torpedoes are in range, depending on ship movement, of course. So we are being a little bit aggressive here in this game, and it's a little bit more fun to be aggressive at these lower tiers. I always try and have fun with it. If you're working through, for example, premium supplies missions for the week or whatever, and you need a tier 4 win with a premium ship, this is probably what we're working on this evening. So eyeing up these battleships out here. Occasionally the downfall here will be doing this move here. It's always fun to kind of sneak back into enemy territory when you're a destroyer, but what's gonna happen more often than not is an unexpected destroyer on their team's going to spot you, and then you're just surrounded by enemies right at that point. So if you can't stay hidden, you will get overtaken pretty quickly. So we are using a smoke screen here to try and help prevent that. This New Mexico looks like he's headed in our direction, so I am gonna have to wait quite a while before torpedoes are in range, but we'll see if we can't get him lit on fire. That way maybe we can force him to use his damage control on the fire, and then that way if we flood him with torpedoes in a little bit, he won't be able to put out, get rid of the flooding. So I typically like to, shoot once where the game is suggesting I shoot, and then a little bit short too when you've got multiple racks. And then it is also, just in case he turns, slows down, like whatever you want to think. So try and be, you gotta try and predict what somebody else is going to do, which is always difficult. Then it is smart to hold on to a rack or two, most likely a little bit longer than what I did here. But that way, if you do get a flood, you have a second set that's coming in later, and you kind of hope that their damage control is over with by the time that second set hits. But he already used it on the fire, so he is going to flood. We got 3 flood medals, but of course you can't have multiple floods. It's just 1 flood. Just the last one that hits resets the timer on how long he's going to flood for. So we already have torpedoes loaded, and our smoke screen's kind of running out. So if you want to do things the smart way with the smoke screen, is start moving before it's gone. That way you've got some momentum before you just are just a dead in the water sucker sitting there. So that was the thought process, not completely waiting for that smoke screen to be gone before I started moving. Make yourself a little bit harder of a target, don't just be sitting still, right? So we're spotted, so I was trying to not fire my gun so that I could not be spotted. This Fuso's not looking our direction though, but something is still picking us up. Oh yeah, now we're in range of him, of course. Doy. But yeah, so since he wasn't looking this way, so I was like, alright, well, we can be aggressive. And we have to get so close that his secondary batteries are firing at us. And he just seemed so consistent in his movement that I decided to drop 3 racks all in the same spot. Though it did look like somebody else had torpedoes at him, so that may have changed his course. But he is, of course, focusing on somebody else. And so that's what we were trying to take advantage of. we will see if we get any hits with this guy. Oh, and we do. I was nervous they would run out of steam because he turned away. But we get those hits, we get a fire going. We're going to be in range of the carrier too, and the Fuso's still not looking at us. We don't have anybody that appears to be paying attention to us, so it's like you might as well light up and fire your guns. Get all the XP and hits and stuff that you can. This will help you out credit-wise too, just for getting shot. So, yes, obviously the smart thing to do is not get spotted, but we are tier 4. He's not paying attention to us. Let's do as much damage as we possibly can. Even if he does shoot this way at this point, he's kind of far out of range. So we hope that not everything hits us. We turn away when we see the bolts coming though, so we make ourselves a little bit smaller of a target. And then this Furious was my plan, and was heading towards their carrier. He is turning in towards us, so I aim a little bit more in that direction, assuming he might continue his turn. I know with him going head on to us, we're a little bit less likely to get torpedo hits, so I'm trying to save. Trying to resist pulling trigger as we can, but we get lots of hits there, so that worked out for us. And I imagine somebody will steal this kill from us, right? Like and no, so that gets rid of everybody. A very quick 6-minute game here, guys. That was awesome. But yeah, like I've said in other videos too, that was kind of all circumstantial. We got lucky with that New Mexico in the beginning. We got lucky not getting spotted, being right in the middle of the map. We still didn't even place the top on the leaderboard. We got second there. But yep, awesome, fun game. Nice quickie one that I just wanted to share with everybody. 200 grand for a tier 4. That's pretty good. It is a premium ship, but yeah. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe. More World of Warships Legends videos are on the way, guys.